It's a cruel
So it must be that time. It's noon. Yet again, it's noon on a Monday, and I'm off work, so it doesn't bother me to do this today. So I'm going to be going through the Vinegar Syndrome day 3 drop. I am, of course, Uncle Bill from Dead Pit. I feel like that most people would know that are watching this currently, but if you don't, that's my name. So today we've already gone through, let's see, yesterday, which I thought was going to be like just slipcases and box covers, but it actually turned out to be like actual like box sets and cases. So that was pretty cool. I bought a couple things on that, which I probably shouldn't have, but for 25 bucks, it's like, hey, you're not going to buy a box set from Vinegar Center for $25. On Saturday, it was the $14 slips and VSAs. Today, we've got a bunch of $14 Blu-ray slips. So that's what is on the schedule for today. And I feel like today is probably going to be the day that a lot of people have been kind of waiting for. So we'll see for some of these titles. And it wouldn't be a day if the dog didn't start fucking everything up. So there it is. Wet movies in here. Falls Rotten, Business of Fear. Eric Perry again. Good to see you guys. Max is in here. Rob's in here. How you doing, Rob? I haven't seen you in the other ones. Good to have you in here. Jay Weems. And it looks like we've already got a couple of questions here. So asking like what titles do I think are going to be in this sale? Well, that is hard to say just because like I mean, they have got so many times. Like a couple people brought up some, and this is a real possibility too. Like, I would think that probably Reform School Girls, some ones like that, like the lesser known exploitation titles, probably will be in this sale. I can go back through and like see what they've got here. We've got a little bit of time that could possibly be in this, like just slipcover sale. It's not just slipcovers. I mean, Blu-rays that have slipcovers. So if we go back, we're gonna have to go back a ways here in Vinegar Syndrome's catalog to probably get to these. So we'll start at 4 or 5 here and see what we come up with. Okay. So the werewolf versus the vampire woman could definitely be in there. Blood Delirium could definitely be in there. Moon of the Wolf. Buried Alive, Mutant Hunt. I mean, there's some really bad titles that I could see being that probably not a lot of people have bought that I could see being a part of this. Scared to Death, which is the sequel to Scared Shitless, of course. Um, Frostbiter could definitely be in this. I'd love to see some stuff get in this, like Evil Laugh or something like that. Like that would be awesome, but I sincerely doubt that. So yeah, I mean, there's some possibilities. Let's see here. No, Bog Zombie. Today is the slip day. Tomorrow is the standard $12 sale. Mark, I will buy you some slips if you just give me that Death Wish set. Just hand it over to me. I'll get you some slips on here, I promise. But if you are new to this for whatever reason or haven't been into one of these sales before, go to Vinegar Syndrome and then go to the top banner that says like their subscriber week sale, new discounted titles refreshed daily at 12:01 p.m. and then hit on that, and it has like a countdown clock. Right now we're at 8 minutes until they drop a bunch of stuff. Yeah. So the banner says slips today, and then tomorrow you've got the standard $12 Blu-rays. Or it just says $12 standards. I'm assuming it's Blu-rays. What's up, Carlos? Hey man. Nobody has any money, Jackson Jack, but like that doesn't stop anybody, especially not blue tubers. Like they got double mortgages on their house, but they're still buying like 5, copies of Transformers from Target. So that's never really stopped anybody here. Barney the Cantankerous, that is a good question. No. And that's weird that we haven't ever tried that either. We have never tried to interview um Stephen Barrow from Unearthed Films, which would probably be a good interview actually, because I mean that guy and that company has been around forever and released like some of the most insane titles. I've got some of them over here, come to think of it. And I think they're still releasing, like they're releasing the August Underground series, and I believe they released the Guinea Pig film box set that I had like back in, God, dude, we're talking 13, 14 years ago, I'd say. Let's see here. What's up, Stevie Voorhees 13th? What's up, Patrick Farmer? Max again. What's up, everybody? Jackson, blah, 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 blah. So this should be interesting today, though. I'm curious. I'd say they'll have 8 titles. That seems to be what they're doing. I wish they would have more, but and of those 8 titles, I'm willing to bet 1 or 2 of those titles will be anything that anybody will be interested in. Then you'll have stuff like Bat Pussy and Her Smell and stuff like that. I know this is the issue that everybody's having right now. Um, there's a million sales and really not enough time or money to do all these sales. And then Scream Factory dropped an announcement about their new releases, and everybody's shitting their pants. I must be the only person that's really not that excited about Scream Factory stuff because it's just the ports of some of their Blu-rays again. So Scream Factory is releasing My Bloody Valentine, which everybody's shitting their pants about, Natural Born Killers, and something else. Something that I must not have cared that much about. But it's just 4K ports of their Blu-rays, and I guarantee there'll be nothing different on them. There won't be any new anything. And I just don't give a shit. I Scream Factory 4Ks are something that seems so generic to me that I just can't. I can't get into them. Meanwhile, I'll buy Schizoid and X-Ray from Vinegar Syndrome. So I don't know. It doesn't make any sense, but it is what it is. Eli Roth, I'm losing hope on that interview. Eli Roth just did what's he was a producer. I'm pretty sure he was a producer on what is widely considered like one of the worst Netflix shows ever. I think it's called The Idol, and that's all I know about it is that it's just universally panned as being one of the worst shows ever put on anything. And just the fact that Eli Roth is attached to it makes me happy because everything that guy touches just is awful. Yeah, Stuntman, this is the sale that I'm looking forward to the most. The Friday sale. The Friday sale of $18 4Ks. Gut says Tough Guys Don't Dance, Trauma, and Shriek of the Mutilated are $14 right now. And the sad thing about that is that I don't care about any one of those movies that you just mentioned. I've got Trauma already, but Shriek of the Mutilated I could care less about. And that Tough Guys Don't Dance, man, that was a huge mistake for them. I think they thought one scene could sell an entire movie, but it just didn't work out. The mayor says if Natural Born Killers isn't the director's cut, that he'll pass. So it's actually a new movie for them instead of a library upgrade. Yeah. And somebody said that, and I don't know if this is true or not, that the My Bloody Valentine one wasn't the one with the uncut version with the additional scenes added. And if that's the case, then like, why even bother really? Because that thing's been out forever that way. Carlos noticed. Are you talking about Scream Factory has an installment plan now? That would be. Oh, that makes sense. Scream Factory's also started putting down like a counter on some of their titles too. I've noticed, kind of like Vinegar Syndrome does. So they're catching on of what actually works. Well, wheels turn very slowly at Scream Factory. I feel like maybe one day they'll catch on to the fact that not everybody just wants like 4Ks that are exactly the same releases as their Blu-rays. Here we go, Matt. There's a bunch of stuff on here that you can bitch about. Be like, I get this shit. This is awful. I respect that though, Matt. That's kind of like me. Also, though, join us tonight before this gets started, and I'll just plug this real quick. We have about a minute before these titles drop, but join us tonight for the Sergio Martino tour of Italy at 10. There's going to be a shit ton of people on there that are going to be talking about Sergio Martino films. That's on the Dead Pit YouTube channel, y'all. They've been doing that for a while. Horror Collector here recently, well, for about a year, I would say, doing like side only exclusives. It's all a bunch of bullshit. So we got about 30 seconds here. And we are going to see what just. I don't think they'll do a 4K of Trauma. I don't think that one sold very well, so I doubt it. All right. I'm going to try to get in. We got 1 second here. Trauma. It's Tough Guys Don't Dance. Is right. The Unknown Man of Shandagore. The Ernie Game. Cain and Abel. Canadian International Pictures. The Other French Wave Volume 1. Culture Shocks. The Video Murders. Shriek of the Mutilated. And Death Magic. I have got to say that I have never been. I've only been this disappointed in Vinegar Syndrome maybe like one other time. That is just the drizzling shits. So, okay, for people that don't have trauma, which is a Dario Argento joint, I would get that one because I like that film. It's got Brad Dourif in it. It's got some really good practical effects in it, and that is it. The rest of these movies, I either know and think I hate, or I don't have any idea about, and it looks like they were made for about $10. Tough Guys Don't Dance. Nobody's gonna buy that. The Unknown Man of Shandagore, I think that speaks for itself. The Emily game or the Ernie game or whatever that is, looks like something that a 5-year-old drew. The Other French New Wave Volume 1. Are you in film school? Because if you are, that might be important to you. Um, Culture Shocks, The Video Murders, looks another like Tim Ritter film. Shriek of the Mutilated sucks, and Death Magic looks like Jeepers Creepers with zero budget. God almighty, man, that's just they're really not like they're wasting my time. Oh, they just sent me a text. New discounts on Blu-ray slipcovers. They all suck though. All right. Is Steve going to be on tonight? Yes. Steve is on the show tonight for Sergio Martino. Movie Junkie John, I've been thinking about this a lot, like for the last little, especially this past week, of just like being like, I'm kind of done with this because like there's so much stuff coming out and it's all just really a bunch of trash. And there's really how many more titles other than upgrading things to 4K? How many more titles could they possibly release? And think how much money that everybody would save if they just only bought like new releases rather than like upgrades to 4K, because like Fright Night 2 is one that everybody always talks about. Trick or Treats is coming out from Synapse. That's one everybody always talks about. And like what's Summer Camp Massacre, I think, is another one that everybody always talks about. Like, so I mean, once they release like a couple more films, there's really nothing else to do if you're a horror fan. Now maybe if like there's other kind of just regular titles. So now you're just upgrading to 4K. And Eric Eric Perry says he's saving money on this one. The mayor says another disappointing day. Wasn't that a Motorhead album? Another disappointing day. I think that was another perfect day. Uh, it's so true. We're sitting here. Movie Junkie John says we're sitting here at noon on a Monday looking at Blu-ray of Shriek of the Mutilated. How did life go this way for all of us? Yeah, and there's close to like 85 people looking at this with us right now. So I mean, it's just the Drizzling Shits would be a great band name, folks. What was I expecting? I don't know. I was expecting one title that I didn't have and maybe wanted. I feel like of 9 titles, that wasn't too much to ask. Yes, Steve. See, here's the good news about Steve, and this is why this is probably happening. Is Steve is off work for this week, so he can sleep in. He doesn't have to worry about, going to bed at 6 o'clock. What are the ones though that I mean have never been out in terms of a solid release that you guys would be waiting on? Because I really strain my mind to think at this point of ones like that. And I know this one will probably never come out. This will probably be a popular one, but from what I can understand, like unless there's a damn miracle, like Cheerleader Camp won't be out. We've talked to Slippy about that one like 15 different times. I have no idea. That wouldn't make any sense, really. If they're charging $14 for just the slip covers of these movies, that would be because these movies suck ass anyway. That'd be worse. Hold on, let me look. I think it's the actual movies because it says so when you like click on them. But yeah, Vinegar Syndrome probably could have been a little bit more descriptive when they wrote this up because it's hard to tell what exactly it is they're selling by what's on the banner. Yeah, that's the one I was telling everybody to go ahead and get from yesterday. Blood Force was the televised terror set. All that was cheap. Yeah, Joe Stradamus. I 100% believe that they will probably release Hell Comes to Frogtown in 4K. I can't believe Reform School Girls wasn't in this. That just seems like one that would absolutely be in this sale. Cheerleader camp. I don't know what you're talking about, Blood Force. Talking about cucking and stuff. Culture shock releases? No. No, no, no. Okay, so a cheerleader camp 4K. Vanderhoff says Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2 4K. I can get behind both of those, but I just don't think they'll ever release cheerleader camp. Rumpelstiltskin is one, yeah. I don't think that'd set the world on fire or anything, but that is one that's not out in a decent release. You're right. Yeah, I agree, Nicholas. Like Trauma for $14 is a great deal, especially if you're into like those kind of Italian films. I can't remember Vanderhoff. Like, go back and watch those Michael Felsher interviews that we did, and like we talked to him about cheerleader camp, and I can't remember what the reason is that that's not out, but he goes into it in great detail. If it was, listen, I completely reversed my decision about Annie Lee's meat pies. By the way, if Annie Lee's meat pies was on there, I would have bought it 100%. I watched that movie on Tubi, I think, and that movie is a damn classic. Like that is a 100% fresh, certified Dead Pit classic. Like I, it's kind of like the perfect movie, really, for like Dead Pit because it's basically about four. I think they're nieces, and Karen Black is the aunt. She's Annie Lee, and all of these nieces are incredibly hot, and they all are in various stages of undress throughout this movie, and they just capture guys and kill them. And there's some great gore scenes in it, and they all like capture guys and kill them, and then Annie Lee makes meat pies out of them. That's basically it. I can't believe how many like how much I slept on that. Slip cucks. I see. Cucking and stuff. Cucking and stuff. Sounds like something Tony Moran would say. Um, no. This question: is it usual that titles are cheaper on summer sales than halfway to Black Friday? I thought Trauma was $20. Yeah, it's not. This is not a usual thing. They've only done this one other time. And that was back when they did the like 10-year anniversary and everything was like $10. So this is not the usual for, I don't know why they're doing this. They've never done it during like subscriber week or anything like that where they have sales every day of the week like this. But I'm glad they're doing it. I still have picked up a couple of things on this, and chances are very high that on Friday I'll pick up a couple of things from the 4K sale. But this sale today has really scraped the bottom of the shit pen. The Granny, the Midnight Hour one, like, yeah, everyone's kind of waiting on that one. I have not seen Killer Goats, but everyone I've talked to about that movie has not had great things to say about it. So if you're the director of Killer Goats or something, I apologize. No, Mayor, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's not really like um none that I can think of right off the top of my head. If it's gotten to the point where they're standard releases, chances are I probably already bought them by that point. Yes, Ben, I've got Surf 2. I bought that when it first came out. Protect Your Drone, that is, I am a vampire, but I'm one of those like Twilight type vampires that I only like sparkle and shit during the day. Business Affairs says Killer Goats is the worst horror movie of 2023. That's saying a lot then. So real quick, let me just for anybody just coming in here, I'll refresh you about what's going on with this sale. Don't rush because you can get these titles all day today. I guarantee it. $14 titles with slips, Vinegar Syndrome's Tough Guys Don't Dance, Trauma, the Dario Argento's Trauma, Deaf Crocodiles, The Unknown Man of Shandagore, Canadian International Pictures, The Ernie Game, Cain and Abel, Canadian International Pictures, The Other French New Wave Volume 1, Culture Shock's The Video Murders, Vinegar Syndrome's Shriek of the Mutilated, and Culture Shock's Death Magic. Wow. We've spent a lot of time, Mr. Gore, doing shoots about like bad con experiences throughout the years. That's one of our favorite topics to talk about. There's been a lot of them. Slaughterhouse and Demon Wind are possible standard titles that you'd be interested in. If I didn't have both those, I would probably too, yeah. Do you know? Okay. Vanderhoff, do I know who's got good sales this Friday and if they announce any new 4Ks? No, but the real question is who's going to have sales tomorrow? Like, who's going to have actual, like, 4th of July sales? I wonder if that's going to be anybody. I don't think there's anybody left. Like, I looked last night, I looked at the Kino sale. The Kino sale is as bad as this, by the way. It's almost as bad as this in terms of like, I couldn't find one single title on there that I cared about at all. So the Kino sells out. Arrow released all of their 4Ks, that or all their titles that they're going to release, and their 4Ks were the Psycho box set that was awesome. That is a must buy. Um, then you got Severin, and depending on how you feel about Severin, one of their bundles sold out, and the music box for the Psychic sold out. Other than that, they say their everything bundle is going to sell out soon, but who knows? Like they could have like 100 of them left. And they're going to say that it's low, so people will buy it. That's just how they are. Um, they've got some good titles, amazingly. Um, who Criterion has a sale. If you're into that, um, everybody Grindhouse Releasing's got a sale. It's not a great sale though. Full Moon's got a sale going on right now. They always have a sale like right around the same time as these bigger companies too. Thank you for adding that one, Business of Fear. Matt says the real big Kino sale starts mid-July, which that's the one that everybody's kind of like always looking forward to. Vestron needs to have a sale, and all their movie prices can be $2 because they're already well priced. That's true. Vestron's kind of already sale. They're already having a sale, like when they just put it out. MVD, are they having a sale right now? I don't even know. Business Sphere. I like MVD, especially like the detail that they put into their packaging and everything. So Adam, well, hell, let's go check out the full moon sale real quick. We did this last time, and it was like some of the funniest stuff ever. The last time Vinegar Syndrome had a sale, and it was this disappointing. I just went over to Full Moon, and Full Moon, for some reason, can really like cheer you up. So let's see. Oh Lord, I think I accidentally stumbled upon like their. Some bitch. Somebody send me a link to this sale. Just post it in the thing because I'm on some questionable site. Oh, here we go. Never mind, I got it. What the? Is this the sale? Sale. I'm hitting the sale thing, and it just says all media. Is all of their stuff on sale? Because these prices don't look like sale prices. I'm lost in a dream of shadows. I'm lost in a paradox. Let's use a sort by function. On sale. Thank you. How is $21.95 for a fucking Blu-ray a sale? I the Jess Franco DVD collection, 10 DVDs for $80. This is not a sale. I do not believe this is a sale that I'm looking at. If it is, it's the worst sale of all time, except for the possibility of Vinegar Syndrome's current one. The Maggot Fingers, you basically just missed the fact that this Vinegar Syndrome sale blows, and then I'm over here on Full Moon pulling up like the most questionable material ever, trying to find something that resembles a sale and failing miserably. Splatterville USA, thank you for the $5 super chat sticker thingy. What am I going to buy, Joe? I mean, they got Hot Wives Incorporated, and also Attack of the Mecha Fembots, which I'm not going to say that that's not interesting. Yeah, I'd say if Vinegar Syndrome was a baseball player, then they would be batting about like 150 right now in terms of their sales. They would be like a pitcher that comes up to bat. Yeah, this is both Vinegar Syndrome and Full Moon sales are not what I would consider to be great right now. Let's check their merchandise, shall we? Because Full Moon has some of the most hilarious merchandise ever. I'm going to explore Full Moon Horrors merch. Netherworld is $13. Doctor Death is $13. Downtown Heat is $13. Here we go. This must be where the sale is. Sorority Babies and Slime Ball Bolorama 2 is $13. Subspecies 1 through 3 Blu-ray Slimline set is $14. That's not bad. Trancers 4K is $23. You have to do better than that. And there's like a lot of $5 DVDs here. Ouija's. There's a film called Ouija's. Now for the most important thing. Let's check their merchandise. Clothing. I don't give a shit about that. Lunch boxes. I definitely don't care about that. Bobbleheads. No. DVDs. No. Come on. There's got to be something halfway decent in here. Collectibles. Let's go with action figures first. No, I didn't. I don't, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I don't know. The last time that I bought a 4K from Screen Factory was probably when they had like the Funhouse on sale, and it was like $13. I don't buy their 4Ks. There's something about them just bother me. Okay, so the Puppet Master figures are all on sale. They're like $5 for the smaller ones, and then like $23 for they're sold out though. The $23 7-inch ones are sold out. You got to get them 7-inchers. Let's go with plush dolls. They ain't got no plush dolls. They sold all of them. I ain't buying no blind box from Full Moon. You never know what be in there. Cockroaches and cereal or something. Resin statues. Sure, why not? Head of the family resin statue is $23. That thing actually looks pretty awesome, but I bet it probably looks like ass when you get it. Hambo the ranch hand. That's good. A bunch of stuff that I can't say is currently on sale for $23. So 40% off sale. Woo. Oh my God. Brent Madison. It's weird you bring this movie up because I actually have this movie on a VHS, like kind of like a big box VHS, Spasms from 1983. If anybody wants to buy VHS of Spasms, just let me know. Gingerweed Man is $40 off right now. I feel the same, Jackson Jack, also. Action figures are always like, they seem like they would be a good idea, and then you immediately like regret when you buy them because you don't have anywhere to put them or anything, and there's no point in it. Matt says he really wants the 4K of Puppet Master 3, but it's still $40 everywhere, and I ain't paying over 20. Buddy, you'll pay $40 and you'll like it. Yeah. You know, Vinegar Syndrome has gone like really awry when we're talking about full moon plushies. I think that might be the next big thing, y'all. I'm gonna be honest because of how well Severin did with the Joe Spinell plushie. I think that a lot of companies could have plushies and shit like come out, stuffed animals for movies. Yeah, it's not a good sale. I'm completely agreeing with you on this. They honestly should be ashamed of putting this stuff up because, like, even for $14, it's just depressing. Friday is the day I think we're all waiting on. Friday will be a huge day just to see, what's going on. Joe, you couldn't be any more right. Severin are trendsetters in and of the fact that they're like carnies that They've come for our money, and they're getting it. I got to give them credit for that. They're coming up with like a bunch of bunch of different semi-legal ways of getting our money. Oh Jesus! I could imagine this happening. Actually, a stuffed human centipede plush doll. I don't even care anymore about this dog. She ain't gonna shut up no matter what I do. I hope somebody chucks her out the window though. I mean, softly. Have you ever bought from Cine Museum that's doing Fright Night 2? No. And to be honest with you, like I've never even heard of Cine Museum until last month when all that stuff came out about Fright Night. And the what was the other one they're doing? Creep Show and Creep Show 2, I think. Joe, people bitch about everything though. We bitch about Vinegar Syndrome, we bitch about Severin, we bitch about Scream Factory, and we all still end up buying their shit. It just ain't Severin. But Severin is by far the worst. I mean, that's not really in dispute. Sorry about that, Dominic. I know that everybody had a lot of plans for today at noon. Eat your lunch. If you're at work, if you're not at work, God knows what y'all do at noon. I tell you what you do at noon today, though. You join me for this awful Vinegar Syndrome sale. A Madman plushie would be cool. I hope this is true because this would be the best thing ever. Yes, I hope that's true. Severin, kind of. See, this is one of those things. It's a legend that kind of. It's like an urban legend that kind of gets turned around. I think because somehow or another, I don't think that David Gregory ever said cardboard enthusiasts. I think he said something like cardboard lovers or collectors or something like that. But somehow or another, somebody on Dead Pit turned it into cardboard enthusiasts, which is like 1,000 times better phrase, I think. But somebody can fact check me on that. If he did actually say cardboard enthusiast, I'll give him 100% credit for that because that has probably made us quite a bit of money just off that phrase. And he should have copyrighted it because it's great. I don't think he was saying it in like a flattering way though. Yeah, Joe, we know he's he's a great guy. He's a wonderful Australian, French, British guy. Cardboard disciple? Is that what he said? I don't know. Somebody go back and listen to that awful podcast they do and then tell me. Because I ain't going to do it. Jesus. Cardboard cretins. Joe can answer this. Joe, why is severance shipping so expensive? This is a question for the ages. Chaz, no, you can't watch our channel. If you stop collecting physical media, we won't allow it. That's one thing that we have a strong rule. Yeah, here's the weird thing, Adam. Like, people shit all over Full Moon all the time. I know about like their products and their customer service and their packaging. I ordered a bunch of stuff from one of their sales and it got here in like a week. Like, that's the quickest shit I've ever seen in my life, except for maybe Orbit. Creedence Cardboard Revival. So I greatly apologize for actually asking you guys to come on this sale. Had I known what Vinegar Syndrome was going to do, I would not have. In my defense, I would have just probably stayed in bed. But we were here and we had some fun. We had some laughs, and I feel like that a lot of stuff happened. But unfortunately, one of the things that didn't happen was a decent site sale. So I apologize for that. But we'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow probably. Possibly with somebody else, because tomorrow's 4th of July. Most people have tomorrow off. So we'll see. Could it be better? Yes. Could it be worse? Yes. Definitely. Could it be as bad as Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny? Probably not, but it will be bad. So for deadpit.com, please check out tonight at 10 o'clock the Uncle Bill's Tour of Italy Sergio Martino episode. And then we've got a roundtable coming up if you want to check that out. I believe that's a Patreon thing, so go to Dead Pit on Patreon. Go to Dead Pit on YouTube. Go to Into the Dead Pit on Instagram. We're on Twitch and Twitter, but I don't know what to make out of any of that stuff. And on behalf of all of the people that work at Vinegar Syndrome, I'm sorry that you had to put out this sale and face the backlash of all this. I think that we all saved a lot of money today, and it's been a good day. So, I'll see you tomorrow. Actually, I'll see you tonight at 10 o'clock, and then I'll see you tomorrow at noon. Doing too much of this shit. And then, until then, go fry you some wieners. That's the best thing I can tell you to do, bulls. Fry you some wieners.
Give us the thumbs up.
Up your butts.
Like, subscribe. And if you subscribe, here's something else you can do. Once you subscribe, you can click the bell notification, right? And it'll notify you anytime that Dead Pit puts up new shit.
Or don't. I really don't give a if you do.
I want you to. I want you to.
I don't care.
Let's keep our community growing here on YouTube.
I don't like it. I don't want you to do nothing.
Listen, they need to do that, pal.
No, don't you dare touch it.
Thumbs up. Subscribe. And click that bell.
There's all kinds of wonderful shirts over at shop.deadpit.com. Simply the best horror shirts. On TeePublic, there are others, but they all suck. You can get some Dead Pit radio shirts. You can get Last South on the Left. The Hills Have Eyes. Texas Chainsaw. Oh, wait, you can't say Texas Chainsaw. All kinds of shirts, folks. You're gonna love them. Shop.deadpit.com.
Thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. DeadPitOnPatreon.com is the only place to check out a complete archive of the old Dead Pit radio shows all the way back from 2005 on, in addition to the midweek shows and fan commentaries, exclusive podcasts, and much more. Dead Pit on Patreon.com if you're interested. Tiers start at only $1.